Welcome back to Jammin' Games. I am Steven. He is Wyatt. Harrison on the left playing Coco Angels. Jake on the right playing Red-Black.
Midrange.
What does he call it?
Rakdos Murder.
He calls it Rakdos Murder.
Rakdos Midrange. Again, one of those really powerful midrange decks in this format. He's
playing some weird ones. This is Voldaren Epicure. When ETB's opponent loses,
I think he has Obnixilis in his list.
He's kind of a blend between the sacrifice decks and the
midrange.
Yeah. So for Harrison, he's gonna be playing a bunch of stuff I've never heard of. This is Bishop of Wings.
Which, like, whenever an angel enters the battlefield, it gets like a 1/1 counter, I think.
No, you gain life, you make angels. I don't actually know. So Harrison, he showed me this deck earlier, and I was like, ha ha ha, what a funny joke that you're actually going to bring this to a competitive tournament. And it turns out it's actually a good deck full of reasonable cards.
Yeah, Archon of Emir, yeah.
So whenever an angel ETBs with Bishop, you gain 4 life. Whenever an angel you control dies, create a 1/1 creature, spirit with flying.
So here's the Obnixilis. He's got double Obnixilis now. He's got double Obnixilis with a blocker. So
yeah, it's actually relevant against Harrison because Harrison's life total is important for Speaker of the Heavens, I believe.
Dude.
So Speaker of the Heavens says if your life total is greater than your starting life total, you can make it an angel by tapping it. And Obnixilis threatens you either lose 2 life or you discard a card.
And is the plus make the devil or is the minus make the devil?
The minus makes the devil.
And the plus says if you control a devil, you gain 2 life at the end of the resolution.
I guess, yeah.
Skyclave hitting the original Obnixilis to make it even more confusing to see that token on the board.
And then Bishop of Wings coming in. Jake.
Did it have flying?
What?
Bishop of the Wings?
No, okay. I think it's just a man. I don't think it's an angel. I think it's a man. Yeah, it's a 1/4 too. It is a 2-mana 1/4.
It is,
dude. What a fat butt! This guy is hard to kill.
Here's 3 mana for
Graveyard Trespasser. Taking that Voldaren Epicure out, pinging him for a life.
We're gonna get an attack in here. We're gonna plus to make your opponent.
He has no attacks. This devil. I guess you can send the devil, and if he blocks, you can kill it with the point of damage the devil does when it dies. Also, it's now daytime. This new mechanic, I get it. It's a werewolf. Neat. It's just hard to keep up with.
I mean, the old mechanic is hard to keep up with because you could have 2 things offbeat.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Jake discarding a Thought Seize to a blood token. Harrison doing a lot of pointing and adjusting of life totals.
With angels.
So this deck with Harrison, it's kind of it's a tribal deck that has a lot of synergy with life gain, and it also has this weird cheese combo where if you get a Mutavault activated, you can you can make it so you can't lose the game.
But that only beats some decks.
Some
decks just don't care.
I think this is one of the decks that beats, though.
I also think it weirdly enough. Yeah, right.
I don't know if it's going to be relevant this game, but it is something that could happen. So discarding a Duress to this blood token.
And then tapping for 4 is that Sorin the
That's
Worthless.
A Sorin. It's a Dracula.
Count
Dracula. So spooky. Those cards are weird. Do people like those?
Yeah, I think people like the vampire... the
alt arts,
Dracula themed stuff.
I don't have a goth GF who obsesses over Dracula things, but I think if I did, she'd be pretty excited about that.
About Dracula, about Sorin.
Dracula Sorin probably gets some girls going in the world. I think I know. There's a couple that come to our store who are probably pretty big fans of that. Is this Youthful Valkyrie? Is this Righteous Valkyrie? It is a Valkyrie. So.
Righteous Valkyrie is one of those cards that from Call Time it's worth money, but I guess this deck plays it.
Is it a 2-mana 1/3 flyer?
No, it's it's a 3-mana 3/3 flyer. It's a lord.
Whenever Angel Cleric ETBs, you gain life equal to its toughness. As long as you have 7 more life than your starting life total, creatures you control get +2/+2. It's a 3-mana 2/4. So these creatures are. Let me give you a quick synopsis of Harrison's deck. I'm sure you know what it is. I didn't know what it is. It's a bunch of angels that have really fat butts, which is high toughness. And if your life total gets sufficiently high, they start to just become insane. Because giving creatures you control +2/+2 is pretty nuts. Yeah, that's one of the better things I can imagine.
Norn effect.
Yeah, it's wild how good that is. And this Bishop of the Heavens is just churning out angels. It's seeming like the value engine's online for Harrison. It's going to be really hard for Jake to come back from this.
I agree. it does seem like I don't think there's any sweepers. Maybe in Jake's version there is.
Jake does run actually, you guys will see the list down below. He runs a lot of weird choices. He has a lot of 2-0s, a lot of weird different stuff he's trying out.
Sorry, I'm looking for sweepers. Doesn't look like there's any sweepers at all.
Yeah, still just 1-for-1s.
Just all 1-for-1s, which like that's what the deck does. So hard to say it's bad. Jun did it for years, still tries to do it today.
Yeah. God bless him. I played against Boomer Jun when we played Modern recently.
Yeah.
And I was playing Rhinos, and it was discouraging for the poor young man.
Yeah, I have to imagine that match was rough. Like, maybe they thought sees you and hit your 2 things.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
And then
they usually don't. It's just like, you just go so far over the top of them so fast. Yeah.
It's so hard to 2-for-1 or 1-for-1 when you get 2 Rhinos.
Yeah.
I think like Goyf can get pretty big.
You do guess that. I mean, it was Goyf would have been bad at points, I'm sure, but I got to stomp a Goyf that was a 1-2 because stomp goes to exile. Yeah, I felt so good about myself. I'm really reliving this matchup a lot. Those are my glory days.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, man, it was tight. All right, here comes a bunch of huge angels. Jake's at 36.
How has anybody gained life in this matchup?
How did Jake gain that much life? Where were we? What are we doing?
I think it was Obnixel. It's just plussing over the course of like a bunch of turns.
Yeah, must be. 36 is 8 turns of plussing. There's no way.
It is a lot of plussing, isn't it?
I refuse to believe
Graveyard Trespasser probably also attacked at some point, gained some life.
I guess.
Well, Darren Epicurus gained 2 life because he played 2 of them.
It's true. It appears this is nighttime Graveyard Trespassers now too, which is good. But I
still think it's smaller than Jake's creatures. Oddly enough.
All of Harrison's creatures have +2/+2. They are huge.
Yeah.
This is a 3/6 he's blocking with. And so Jake's going to be able to eat some stuff from graveyards. Just not that much stuff has died so far.
Which is, like, not where you want to be as Rakdos. If you're not able to keep up with the 1-for-1s, like... Also, Harrison hasn't played Coco. He runs Coco.
No. Harrison's also at 36. There's a lot of factors that are making this, like, pretty tough for Jake. Looking at lists.
I got excited about Modern Niv Mizzet because I was playing it, and I was like, "What? Wait, is it a deck again?" There's like 2 people that placed well in an MTGO league, and I'm like, "I'm gonna do it too."
All right, so Jake cleaning up some of this mess with a Fatal Push and a Devil getting traded off for a point of damage.
A lot of tokens in Jake's graveyard.
Yeah, there are a lot of tokens. Yeah, did you not know that's what happens? Because that is.
Don't think it matters.
No.
But
here's a Resplendent Angel.
Isn't that thing huge
it's
too?
It's a 3 mana, 3/3. His life total is 1 billion.
No, so. But if you gained life, you like make a 4/4 or put counters on all angels. I really don't know the angel synergies in this deck.
Yeah, there's a lot though. There's weirdly a lot. I believe it makes a 4/4 because Harrison just produced a 4/4.
No, but I think that's the book that did that.
well, let's go back on the old telephone here.
I think this book told a story. It was like make a 4/4 angel.
And then there was an angel. It appears that Resplendent Angel made an angel because he gained 5 or more life.
Does book make an angel?
Book of Exalted Deeds makes, if you gain 3 or more life, it makes a 3/3 angel. So yeah,
could be either or.
Depending on how much life. So Harrison's at 44. Jake is at 9.
I think Harrison just took all that damage.
Yeah, Harrison just ate it.
I will
fine.
just crack back.
Yes, that's fine. Doesn't bother me in the slightest, bud.
Well,
so these guys go to sideboard. What do you think Jake brings in here?
Lava Coil seems pretty good. Brutality seems really bad. Most of their things, like the big butts on angels, makes it really hard to kill.
I believe Harrison's going to bring in a Shaper Sanctuary. It's a green for 1 enchantment.
Whenever something gets hurt, you draw
a card. I do not think red black can beat that card.
That was a infect tech for a long time.
Yeah, that card is crazy. Jake's also on mulligan to 5.
Jake has a lot of 1-for-1 removal. He probably brings all his 1-for-1 removal.
Yeah. Jake choosing, I believe that's a Redane, God of the Worthy. Could be something else.
Yeah, that's the Mana Dork one that whenever an angel enters, you gain a counter for each other angel that's entered or something weird.
I do not think that's what that is.
I think that is actually what it does. I'm pretty close, I think.
Snow lands your opponent's control enters the battlefield tapped. It's also not that card. I have no idea what's.
Do you know what card I'm talking about?
No,
it's like a 2-mana Mana Dork.
I absolutely do not know. All right, follow up. This is another Thoughtseize.
This is Moonvault.
Jake had a Blood Chief's Attention. I don't think that's what it's called. All right, Lava Coil.
Okay.
Jake has missed 2 land drops now, fighting the good fight on 2 land drops.
There's the back half of Redain, which means spells that target you or creatures you control cost 1 more, and they deal 1 less damage.
I believe that's what that is.
I think I had that one right.
It's Redain's hat, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Against the new burn, most of those spells do 1 damage, so that just like negates it immediately.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're now comparing that hat to a loss of life from the Vidalin Epicure.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know.
I don't think it does it.
It depends on wording, I guess.
Well, Vidalin Epicure makes each player lose 1 life.
But it depends if that's... I guess if it says... It has to say damage. I have to imagine it's not just like loss of life.
I don't know. Doesn't really matter. This game is... Jake's got 1 card in hand against an over... Oh, he's got 2.
The Blood Chiefs for 4, but need more. Because that costs 1 more.
Wow. What a toxic guy Harrison is for pointing that out. I can't believe him. Yeah,
That makes Jake
scoop him up. That's it. Thanks for watching.